Hey guys, welcome back. It's Ray Militian, and part 1 of update 4 has just released. So we're going to have some fun and try out some of the new features. Actually, one of the very first ones, players can now have multiple instances of Hytale running simultaneously. So we're actually going to use that in this video, where I'm going to have one instance in the old, update 3, which updated a few days ago. And then we've also got this one right here, which is the pre-release. So we'll be able to compare quite easily where we want to, and yeah, so let's jump into it. So the mod management UI has been updated and moved to its own section within the world settings screen. You can now view mod versions, icons, and other details. A warning icon is displayed when a mod targets a different game version, and they also added a backup management interface that will attempt to recover broken worlds. So if I jump into, let's see, I don't want to stuff up any of my actual worlds, but maybe this one's fine. Up here, they've got mods. So they've added tabs up here and backup. So I think no backups found. Let me go back to another world, maybe another world that's got a few more things. Maybe just this one. Backups. 8 days ago. There you go. So I could restore from 8 days ago. Saves a lot of time. I actually released a video a few days ago, which is now worthless. This is much better, which is good. It's nice to see that Hytale has implemented this. If you ever have a corrupted world or whatnot, or you just want to go back to a few days ago, it's easy enough. Just restore it. I don't know if I will test this. I'm just going to assume it works. More backups will come according to the rules that you've set on the left. And yeah, so you should start to feel more safe with your worlds, which is good to hear. Check all validate world. Checks all saved chunks for data corruption. Let's try this. This will check all saved chunks in this world for corruption. This currently only checks for chunks that fail to load, not misplaced chunks. This may take a while for large worlds. I don't think this world's quite large, so it should be fine. Let's try, see how long this takes. Nice. I've seen a lot of images on Twitter in the last, since Hytale release, and lots of chunks have sometimes been corrupted, so this will be perfect for them. I actually haven't experienced that too much, so it's quite good that the Hytale team is adding a whole bunch of features that will make people feel a lot more safe with Hytale, basically, and it's very good to see. I think this view is a lot better. Obviously, I haven't updated any of my mods, so they'll they would all be out of date to this pre-release. Looks cool, and then when you click it, this mod targets star, but the current game version is so and so. So it definitely would not, but that's good to see. When update 4 actually comes out, I assume the target versions will then be working from then onwards. I also just haven't updated my mods, so it could be they would already show update 3 here, maybe. I wonder if they're going to show like path, or it will just be update 1, update 2, update 3, update 4. Probably the latter would make more sense. Plugin pack. Cool. Alright, so what's next on the list? This one's in between them, but it doesn't relate. Hosts can now specify a fallback server for when players disconnect unexpectedly. I think this is great for all the servers out there. I haven't played too many yet, but they're getting better every single week. So with Hytale also helping them out with features like this, I'm sure they're going to be amazing in the few months to come. Avatar and cosmetics. One of the basic sandal cosmetics is now referred to as leather sandals. I'll take their word for it there. The long sleeve tunic is now referred to as a cotton tunic, and the puppy ponytail is now referred to the puppy bun. I won't actually show these. If they were new cosmetics, I would show them, but since it's just a name change, I think everyone will understand that. I think now I can jump into the actual game. That's the game. I'll just see if there's anything else to do outside. Added, no. World generation, fixed world, creative tool, UI. No, Cool, so I think we can jump into the game and have a look at a few of these changes. So the first one is fishing traps may now be placed closer to other blocks in shallow water and will now always display their placement preview. Okay, so I'm on update 3 right now. I think I can actually show this one. So I'm going to get the fishing trap and some water. I think it said shallow water, so I think I'll just do this. I'll just fill this in, and then I'll do the same in the pre-release and see if there's any difference. Cool, so that's all filled in, and I can't place it. I'm trying to place it. I actually can't place it anywhere here. So that this is the update 3, but now I'll go test it on the pre-release. I'm thinking this is shallow water, and it should so it displays it. I'm guessing that this is good as. So you can place them next to each other. Oh, this is very efficient. Alright, that's good. There you go. Oh, and you get yourself like a bridge as well. So it's this will be useful. You can make yourself just a bridge, and you can also collect from them as well. Alright, I may actually use these in my survival world now. I think I just randomly place 1 or 2, and that's it. Cool. This is good. So that's the first change. This is gonna. I wonder if they collect less. I haven't done any tests. If they're side by side like this, is this gonna catch anything? I guess we can have a look later in the episode. The next one is the bow can no longer be drawn if you have no ammunition. I think this one's quite self-explanatory. So if I bring out the bow, so that's what it's normally like. I'm in creative, but it would have been the same for. It's the same for survival. So basically, you don't have an arrow, but you can still draw it, and then you just can't shoot it. And now it won't even let you draw it back. So that's good. I think that's a very nice feature. I watched quite a few videos in the last couple of weeks, maybe a week or 2. I tried to stay away from videos while I was doing my first few episodes of my Let's Play. But when I finally did, yeah, pretty much everyone was talking about this at one point or another. So it's good to see they've decided to change how the bows work there. The next one is hatchets, pickaxes, and shovels will now also lose durability if used on wood. Alright, so I think I'll just get all 3. I wonder if so this is the pre-release. I'll get the shovel. I'll get an axe. I'll get an iron one. It's quite in the middle. And then let me get some wood, so logs. Which logs should we chop down? I'll chop down 2, see if there's any difference. I doubt it, but and I'll just go into creative. Gonna take a while. Not sure if anything's happening here. It is. Shovels are just very slow, and I can already see it's taking durability. I'm very curious to see what would have happened in update 3, not the pre-release, because I can't say I actually tried to use a shovel on a log. Right, let's try the wooden pickaxe. This is much faster. It also took 6 durability, so more than the iron shovel. I assume it's the same here. Lost another 6. Okay, and then 1. That was 4. Interesting. So now it's going to lose more durability. Alright, so I think I placed 6 logs, and that's around the durability we lost. If I jump to update 3 and I do the same thing, so I'll just quickly get the log. So you can already see it's not taking any durability. So it didn't take any durability until it destroyed it, whereas I think in this version it takes durability as I'm hitting it. So even if I don't actually end up destroying it, it's already lost durability there. No durability lost if I stop. It's perfectly fine. So overall, I think this is a nerf to all the tools, which is completely fine. I think it's quite easy to make a lot of these tools, and they should be used for what they are meant for anyway. I guess the iron hatchet will also be losing a lot more durability, but I mean they've been lasting for like hundreds of trees anyway, so I think that's a good change overall. Everything gets nerfed. Alright, so moving on to the next one, welds and blocks. The lumberjack lamp may now be placed facing different directions. Jack, I don't think I've even seen this lamp before. Okay. So I can rotate it. Wait, that's interesting. I've done like this tint. That's cool. Oh, if you guys are wondering what I did here, I just wanted to show that I was in the pre-release. So I made this area like a target with a very light tint and then a red tint. I did that with the tint tool. There you go. So you can kind of just, I did the big circle first with a width of like 100 red, and then I did green. It was pretty cool. Didn't take long. Yeah, so what was I doing? The lamp. So I can rotate it. I just assume I can't rotate it in the older version. What is that? That looks cool. I'm getting distracted there. It looks nice. Alright. And I'm clicking the same button, I can't rotate it. So just a little bit easier to place, I guess. Someone would have caught this. I'm guessing some builder, or maybe just someone that's gotten further into the game got around to these, and whoever did that bug report. Blue winter seaweed now produces bubbles, and the amount of oxygen it grants has been modified. Now I wonder if this is a seaweed where I heard you could actually go inside of, even in update 3, you just couldn't see the bubbles, and so pretty much no one knew about this except for some person that posted on Twitter and found it out. So blue winter seaweed. I think I can test this. I'm just going to have to expand my... Even in update 3, it was giving you oxygen. If I move over here. So it's nice to know. I'm guessing now I'm going to see bubbles. Which one is it? That one. Right. So I'm going to go down. So you can see the bubbles now. And if I go inside of it, it doesn't seem as efficient as before. I'm still losing my oxygen. Maybe if I add more in the surrounding area, and I can move around. Interesting. Maybe if you have like certain, I know there's like scuba gear, which I've never tried, but that would extend your breathing. But like as it stands with no scuba gear, you're just prolonging your drowning. Decorative chains and brick beams can now support more decorative blocks hanging from them. Now, I think I saw a spoiler on this already, so good thing I'm not wasting your time. It has to do with the chandeliers. So now if conveniently I had these here, so I assume I can place that. Doesn't that look nice? Maybe not that one. That one maybe to a rope. That one to a chain. This one to a rope. Yeah, that looks good. It's good. And I assume it would be the same for this. Beam. There we go. So I can't place chandeliers. Oh, I can place that. I can place this one. But I couldn't place the Farron chandelier or the Tavern chandelier. I wonder if it's the same. Yeah, so it's these two, the Tavern and the Farron chandeliers, can now be placed on the chains and the ropes and the beams. It's a cool change. Windows and cloth roof blocks no longer require other blocks to support them. Oh, this is amazing. I definitely had this in my own survival world where I was trying to use these. I stole them from the outpost that I was at. Actually, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I placed a block next to them and they just destroyed, and then I was trying to put them back and I couldn't. I'm actually quite excited to use these. I think the possibilities are quite high for these. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's like a slide now. Wait, I want to try something. Alright, so I'm going to sprint and crouch. That'd be very cool if you can make a slide. You can't slide. I think you can't even slide going up it. I think I'm going to recommend this to Simon, because how cool would that be if you like sliding down? Like a red one, you could definitely make it look like a slide. These two will be fun. So elemental golems have had their animations in interactions updated. Golem, earth, go. And let's fight. Cool. So hopefully we take note of those attacks. And that was the same attack. I think that jump attack was new. He's attacking me definitely a lot more than before. I actually don't know what the difference there was, but that fight seemed a little bit more interactive. That double hit, was that new? He just hit me with both his arms. Audio emitters have been updated to allow users to better specify where sounds are played from. Not sure how I would show this, so I'm going to move on. But when I see that happening in game, I'll point it out. Genesis has been added in the game to Zone 4, and Travelling Band has been added to Zone 1. In fact, I think I may play the soundtrack now. If you're not interested, you can just skip it. All right, we're back. I haven't listened to Genesis before, so let's give that a listen as well. It doesn't have a YouTube video, but we can listen to the MP3. That was amazing. I can't wait to hear both those tracks in game, especially Genesis. in Zone 4. That's just going to be incredible. Just hope I'm not dying when it's playing, because then it'll become more of a montage. UI and quality of life. You can now hold the drop item button and mouse over items in your inventory to drop stacks of items in adventure mode or destroy them in creative mode. That's amazing. So Shift G. No. Shift G, 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 G. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's cool. That's very nice. So you couldn't do that. I don't think I need to show this one, but yeah, definitely does not work. You would have to hold it on one, hold it on one, hold it on one, hold it on one, and it doesn't work. Okay, so that's cool. This is quality of life for sure. Crafting benches now display the rarity of your items you create, and they also display how many items are queued. That's very nice. This is one I have looked at already. It was quality of life, but it was very nice, so I wanted to have a look at it. So let me show you now. I always type crafting table. Workbench. So this update 3, obviously they've all got the same. You can't see the difference in the tiers. And when I'm crafting, you don't know how many you're going to make. Am I making 20, 30? Not sure. It's just going to keep going. But now if I go into pre-release, you can see the tiers. I have to go into creative. And I now know how many I'm making, which is very nice. So that's a nice quality of life. I think they've done it well. It doesn't need to be anything more than that. It looks pretty good, actually, I think. I feel like maybe adamantite needs to be something between rare and epic, because it is better. It's a bit misleading. Updated the char set to include the Latin extended A range. The char set, I mean. Introduced a font fallback to support cache. Added additional translation support for map maker marker keys. The UI, gallery, command window, and backup frequency word settings. So I just assume this is in preparation for more languages and being able to type maybe in different languages as you're creating markers, which would be pretty cool. Yeah, and update the drag grip icon in the creative mode. I think we saw this. Update the drag grip icon. Well, maybe not. I don't actually know what that's referring to, so I'm going to skip that. Added an option in the in-game reporting tool granting permission to contact the user for more information. Combat and item fixes. Fix an edge case with NPCs getting stuck if they lost a jumping target under certain conditions. I don't think I can show that one. Fix some items such as salt and tropical fences dropping as something entirely different. That I can show. Let's jump into it. And we'll break this. There we go. Softwood fences from the tropical fences. So this is the old version. I'm sure in the new version it will drop to tropical. We'll have a quick look later, but that is definitely not the tropical fence. Alright, let's jump over to the new release. Back in the update 4, and as expected, they've done a quick fix to this, and that's great to see. Alright, so my audio cooked for the rest of this video. I'm just going to redo it after the fact. So as you can see here, update 4, you get salt block when you mine the salt block, but update 3 you were getting cobblestones. So another quick and simple fix by the Hytale team. Next up, tavern planters now take multiple hits to break and are faster with an axe. Alright, let's see. Pre-release, I'm going to place some and I'll hit them. But yeah, as you can see, they just despawn when you hit them. But in the pre-release, now they break as per usual with other log blocks. Alright, so the next one will be kebabs and skewers will now be held properly in the hand. So pre-release, you can see I'm holding them from the stick. But in the old version, you were holding it literally in the middle by the food. So that's a nice little improvement there, but I mean, like, who's to judge? Some people may want to hold it by the food. It's in the middle of the stick, which is logical. but nah, definitely better improvement here. I have no idea what this next one is. Fix a null pointer exception error that can occur with incorrectly configured gathering fields. I want to look this up, but still not really understand it. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. So the next one is stacked slabs should now consume and drop the correct number of items. In update 3, you would stack 2 slabs on top of each other. They would merge, and when you broke them, you would only get 1 slab back. But in update 4, you'll get the 2 back, which is nice to see. The next one's simple. They fixed stalactites and rubble that weren't belonging in the correct block sets. So this is within like the creative mode when you're searching within the rocks. They used to be in their own like section, so you'll just see stalactite and rubble themselves. But now they've been added actually to the rock variant that they're with. So if you're building with a certain like cobblestone, you'll see rubble and stalactite together with the other cobblestone variants. So I think this is a lot cleaner, and it should help builders just quickly pick the material that they want. Next up, the T1 furnace is now less transparent at certain angles. I straight up just wasn't able to figure out the difference here. I'll put it on the screen, but I'll just be very quick. If you can see anything, well, you've got a better eye than me for these sort of details. And please put in the comments so then I like to know these changes. I just couldn't see it, so I'll move on to the next one. Fix an issue where portals could be invalidated by interacting with the device too quickly. I don't think I'm going to show this one, so I'll move on to the next. Fix some incorrect references with the rock shell cobble corner item. I think this is another one I can't show, so I'll move on. So the rest of them I can't actually show, but I'll read them aloud quickly, and afterwards I jump into the Twitter comments. So the creative tool modding and plugin fixes. They fix large previews rendering incorrectly with the paste tool. They fix the machinima tool's active keyframe being displayed when there was no active one. They fix entities not remaining frozen from the entity tool if the player leaves and rejoins the world. The import object command once again allows single player world owners to import any object from any path. And they fix the plugin reload command when a plugin has dependencies. Moving on to UI and display fixes, they fix various crashes that can occur if UI elements are missing. Holding enter when opening the chat will no longer discard the next key pressed. They fix shutdown messages not being localized. Magical pigtails are no longer referred to as magical ponytail. Various typos have been removed, and various incorrect translations have been rectified. Lastly, there were some other fixes. They fixed the crash that can occur when servers send null interface commands. The humanoid detail boxes have been updated to resolve a hitbox issue. And they added clamping to prevent fog from rendering inverted. I think the last one is something I actually saw. I don't have a video clip of it, but basically you would go under the water and there was like fog above the water. And when you went under, it just went insanely bright. I don't know if that was the bug, but I did report it. I'm sure a lot of other people reported it. So it's good that that one's fixed. Yeah, it was very bright. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the video there. Just as a final note, Simon did post afterwards that they added a lot more in the backend for this pre-release, including prep work for proximity chat. So we can look forward to that in the coming few pre-releases or updates. They'll be great to see, and they're going to be server configurable, which Simon responded to Labyrinth, who asked whether it would be possible for private servers to allow for some sort of privacy for people that prefer not to be spoken to. So that's great to see. I scrolled through the rest of the Twitter messages, but I don't think there's any more to talk about in this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think this format may be a little bit too long, but I'm keen for your feedback. I'll try to be quicker in the future updates, and I don't think I need to show the old and the new for as much as I have, but I was playing with the cool feature where I could have 2 versions open at once, so I went a bit ham on that. I want to get a little bit more efficient with making these videos, as it took quite a bit of time. This video was about 40 minutes long, but it was about 2 hours of footage I cut down. Yeah, so definitely recording a little bit too much, and then the editing takes probably twice as long as that. So I'll try shorten that down so I can get it out faster. Obviously, you guys want to see the pre-release as soon as possible. But I feel like I go into depth a little bit more than others that rapid fire all of the updates, which is cool to see. But having both is nice as well, just in case. I know some people like myself like seeing the old and the new. So this sort of format I'll try keep in some way, even if I do try shorten it and quicken up the pace. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.